Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another Vinny Vid Productions. This is going to be Major Changes number 8. In this video, we're going to go over the next set of buildings I'm going to be doing for the Wickenburg area. We're going to show you the flyover bridges and how they are mounted into the layout. I'm going to show you a little bit on how to modify some store-bought cactus. And also, we're going to go over some of the scenery I have done. I'm hoping that you guys are liking this series. I know it's going to take a long time to do, and like I said, I'm trying to keep the videos as short as possible. I'm going for about between 20 and 25 minutes. So anyhow, sit back, grab yourself a cold one, a soda, a coffee, or juice, or whatever, and enjoy the video. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at here is the buildings that I'll be doing next for my Wickenburg area. As you can see, it's a corner building, and it's got an angle right here. Well, I was not able to represent that angle exactly because I wanted to get the stores that are back here modeled also. It's funny because these posts right here, you'll see what I'm going to do with that later on in the video. But anyhow, it will have the canopy just as you see it here, and there's also a different canopy back here. It looks like there's awnings back here. All of that detail will get done eventually. And the building that is on this side is also another one of the buildings I'll be doing, and I have to find this clock somewhere to finish off the details on it. Anyhow, let's get on to the build, and I'll show you what's going on with that. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm about to start on my second strip of stores that are in Wickenburg. As I have noticed as I was doing this, that this part right here is an angle. It angles in. That's where the main entrance is to the store. After looking at the pictures, I realized that this definitely wasn't big enough. So what I'm doing is made it just a bit bigger, as you can see. So what I'm going to do now is cut out all the windows and doors and so on and so forth. And because I don't know what these buildings look like, these two right here, I don't have a picture of a frontal view. I'm going to have a little fun with this. I'm going to paint one of those buildings this green color, and the other one I'm going to paint with this blue color. And the livery, or livery, however you want to say it, gets two tones of beige, darker up on the top and lighter on the bottom. So let me begin with this, and we'll show you how it goes when I get done with it. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at is the back side of one of the walls for the livery build that I'm doing. As you can see, I have it painted black on the interior walls for here and here, and I also will do the rest of the walls the same way. I also added my 175 evergreen 175 strip here for the roof support, but it also stiffens up the plastic from warping or whatever. I also put the 175 down here for the securing it to the base when I get done with it. And also I added these back here. I decided I'm going to do the recessed doors a little bit differently. Anyhow, if we turn this around, as you can see, I have this side already masked off, and I'm going to paint this one different color that's not prototype. I don't want to get too far away from prototype, so I'm only going to do one of those colors that I showed you previously. But anyhow, if you look at the door, and you could see that slight recess in there, if I take a piece of plastic and put it behind there, let's see if I can get this, you get the idea that it is recessed in. And the one on this one here, I will double up that piece of stripping that I put behind it to make it even a deeper recess. Like I said, I'm not going to get too far off a prototype. I'm just going to paint this one building a different color than what is actually prototypical. But I thought I'd have a little fun with this and we'll carry on. So stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly, and I'll show you what this one looks like when it's painted. Be right back. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got the buildings all painted up, and I don't know why the beige takes so long to dry. I paint the blue and the beige pretty much within 10 minutes of each other. The blue is dry and the beige is still wet. Well, not wet, but tacky. Also the same thing with this guy. Still tacky. And in case you're wondering about what's going on up here, that's going to remain white because that's the way it is in life. So anyhow, there's still a lot more work to be done on these, more trim work around the windows. And the reason why I'm doing the trim work differently this time is because it didn't work out very well last time with the masking tape. So I'm going to apply the trim work. As you can see, I've already got it painted. It's painted brown, and I'll be adding that when all the paint dries up and I'm able to scratch up the area where I want to put the trim. Anyhow, let's see what other kind of trouble we can get into today. So stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, what you're looking at is the semi-completed facade for the second row of buildings that I'm doing for the town of Wickenburg. As you can see right here, when I post a picture of the prototype, you'll see that there is no such color as this, and also there is no such color as this one. But since I did the first two buildings were red and yellow, I thought I'd add some more color to the buildings. This angle, this over a bit. This angle right here is way off from what the prototype is, and the reason I had to do it that way is because I wanted to get both of these stores in on this side, and the roof line is like that. It's high in one place and low in the next. So I only have a limited amount of space between the road and the track, so I had to do again a compromise, as we all do. Another thing I'm going to be doing is putting divider walls between these, because I am going to put lighting in here, and I don't know if it's going to be one light or two lights that'll light the entire building, or if it'll be a light for each individual building. I'm not sure yet. Anyhow, as you can see, I've got the foundation ready to go. All I need to do is scribe in the expansion joints for the sidewalk. Then I'll paint it, and I'll bring you out to the layout and show you what it looks like. So stay tuned, and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, what you're looking at right now is a kit, and it's made by Pegasus. I don't remember who I bought these from, but it was an eBay find. As you guys know, that when you think of Arizona, you think of cactus, so I bought this cactus. Excuse me. This is number 2, which is N scale. I also bought HO scale because when I bought these ones, they were kind of small. So I thought something a little bit bigger, which is prototypical here in Arizona. So I will take what's in this kit, as far as how it looks, and it looks pretty fake when you get it in the kit, and I'll show you what I do to make it look a little bit better, and also how I'm going to mount them to the scenery. Anyhow, we'll continue this in a minute, and let me get prepared, and I'll show you what we're going to be doing here. Stand by, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, these are kits. This is the N scale kit, and this is the HO kit. You can see there's quite a difference in the sizes, and I thought combining both sizes would make it look a little bit more realistic, such as it is here in Arizona. Anyhow, as you can see, it's this ugly color green. So what I did was this moss green. It's a Rust-Oleum product, and I gave them all a squirt with that. And basically, this color here, and I hope you guys can see this color, but you can see there's a big difference in the color. These look a bit more real. it is a satin finish, so I'm gonna have to hit these with some dull coat. Anyhow, these come with really ugly bases. As you can see, I cut them out already, and they don't look very realistic. So what I did to actually mount these into my layout was very simple. I took a piece of piano wire and I cut it to whatever length I wanted it to, and then I took some super glue and put it on the back of the cactus, and this is what I wind up with. Now I can just poke this into the scenery and it's there for good. You will need a good pair of side cutters to cut this piano wire. This piano wire is pretty hard steel, so you'll have to do that. So I already planted some to see how it's going to look on my layout. So stay tuned and we'll get out to the layout and I'll show you the progress I've been making out there. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Alright guys, first of all I want to apologize if you see any shaking going on. I'm holding this camera in my hand because I want to walk around the build. Anyhow, this is the build that I'm working on. As you can see, that it barely fits in the space. Like I said, this angle here is not 100%. It should be more this way. But if I did that, then it made these buildings here shorter, and I wanted to have both of these stores on this side to represent the area as close as I could. I mentioned in the opening part of this video that the color post that I saw, it just happens to be this color right here, and I did not see those posts until after I painted this. So again, the building itself is not prototypically colored. And neither is that one, but I thought as long as those two had color on it, that I would go ahead and put color on these ones. I just want to have a little fun with this area. It's a pretty nice area to model. Anyhow, because of this angle, created a little bit of an issue. As you can see, I used maximum space between the road and the track, and I don't think there's more than 5 scale feet of space between the rolling stock and the buildings. But you know, compression is all I've been doing with this layout. Excuse me. I also mentioned that I was going to need a clock for right here. This would be the next set of buildings that I'll be doing, but this building here and this building here are going to require a stone facade. And I have to see, I think that Plastruck makes that. I'm going to do as much as I can on this for now. These buildings and the sidewalk all need to get dull coated. Joe G told me at one time that the sidewalks were pink. I didn't believe it until I actually saw the pictures of it. And when I was there, I really didn't notice. But I'm not going to paint them pink. They're going to stay gray. And like I said, everything here will be dull coated. A bunch of trim work still needs to get done on these. The doors still need to get done. But right now, I'm trying to concentrate on getting this area as far along as I can so I could bust through the wall and finally get into the other room. It's been 2 years and I like to get it done. Anyhow, stay tuned and we will get on with the what I've done with the scenery. So stay tuned and we will be right back. Alright guys, now we're going to get on to the scenery part of the video. So this is where we're going to start with the fascia. The black lines you see are the ones that are going to be cut. Right behind that is where the flyover bridge, the roundabout is. Any of the squiggly lines you see is places that I'm not going to cut out, that I will cut out. Will not cut out. This will be even with the top of the table, and then there'll be more scenery here, and then it goes to the dry riverbed, and then along here it'll be the same. This is where the Burger King and all the other little shops that'll be in this area. Alright, now we'll get on to the scenery. That's where I left off, and now it's completed all the way to the corner. One of my subs, Mr. Al Jaster, made a good point in one of the comments of my last video. I have not run intermodal on my layout for almost 2 years now, maybe a year and a half, but he said that the flyover bridges didn't look high enough for a stack train to run under, and to be honest with you, I never even thought about that. Anyhow, what I did do is I added a little bit of a riser here and a little bit of riser there, and also in the back, and you can see that my mountains are cut out for the flyovers. The next thing I'm going to do is paint this all up and then give you an idea of what the scenery is going to look like. That I added some ground cover and a couple of bushes and some cactus. Anyhow, I'll bring you back when that's painted and when the fascia is cut out. Stay tuned and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, I started putting up some fascia board here, as you can see. This is where the roundabout will be, and the road that goes to Las Vegas will come out right here. Then we're going to have the dip down to the dry riverbed. I still need to make some abutments for here, and probably 2 stanchions that'll go in the center. Also, I did the fascia on this side here, and there'll be little hills. It's prototypical that behind the buildings that are here, which is the McDonald's and the Burger King and the gas station, there is a hill that comes up this way. Now we'll get over to the part that I just finished painting, and as you can see, I have continuity from there all the way down to there, and I'm going to show you guys how the flyover bridges are going to fit in there. So hang on, let me put this camera on a tripod and I will show you that in a second. Be right back. Alright guys, that's what the flyovers are going to look like when they come off the mountain there, and they're going to come down and gradually meet up into the road that's going to go to Wickenburg. Anyhow, I just want to bring out a point that this jar of paint has done what I just showed you as far as painting, and there's still probably I'd say a sixth of the bottle left. The good thing about this is all I need to do is bring it back to Home Depot, just a cap. All the information he needs is right there, and he can make me up another batch of the same color, which I'm going to need when I get into the other room. Now I'm going to show you some of the scenery ground cover that I have put on here, and first I'm going to show you the products that I've used. And I bought all this stuff way back in the day when I had a job and actually had money. So we're going to use this Woodland Scenics T41 soil, and then we're going to use this bag of ground cover. It's a brown. It's dirt. It actually represents dirt pretty well. I just don't remember where I bought it from. I think this is a JTT product. And also a bag of blended grass I bought from the same place, same type of bag, so I'm assuming it's the same place. Some different types of foliage. Again, I don't know where those came from. More of the same. They all look like, these 4 bags all look like they might have come from the same place. Anyhow, to go a little further, we got this JTT burnt grass that I'll be using. When I did the rest of my layout, I had this light ground cover. It's a lifelike product, and I had mixed it, as you can see, 20 parts of light brown, 6 parts of dark brown. Anyhow, I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of this over the groundwork that I do. And finally, we're going to do this timberline scenery. It's a lighter color foliage that I'll be using on the ground cover as well. Now I'll give you an idea of what this is going to look like. So here we go. We'll spin around, and there is my first ground covered scenery. The cactus are in here the way I showed you guys earlier in this video. They can pose this right out if I want them to, reposition them or whatever. There'll be more bushes like this one, which are mesquite that's in this area, and then all this ground cover will get the entire mountains and so on and so forth. Anyhow, I think that's going to be all for this video. I don't want to cram you guys with too much. As always, your questions, comments, input, and subs are always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out.